number 4. Big shot from Champ. Tate eats it.
You see Chase standing, top G standing straight up with some of those right hands. Got to be more defensive.
Difficult to be defensive when you do not have anything left in the tank, Riley.
Well, Tate relies so heavily on using counters, not using the guard. And now that he's built the fatigue, his reflexes have slowed and he's not getting out of the way. He's standing there clean. Big shots landing for Chase Demoore.
Everyone doubted the champion coming into this. He was written off time and time again. But now he has the momentum against Andrew Tate. Big collision there from Demoore.
Very close, huge right hand from Andrew Tate, landing on the chest of Chase.
Tate's trying to stand firm. There's a big shot from Tate.
Big right hand, got Chase's attention there. Andrew timed that well.
Looks like the nose of Demoore is lacerated. Red, like old St. Nick's hat. Chase pushing Tate into the corner.
He's just trying to bully him. Really no technique at all there, but so much size, so much athleticism.
Chase's technique's completely falling apart here, guys. I'd like to see him box a little more instead of just trying to wrestle and, set those shots up instead of just...
To be fair, BJ, he did not have much technique coming into tonight.
Yeah, true, but he had more than he's shown tonight. You do what you got to do to win the fight. Of course, I understand that, but it seems like his technique's just going out the window.
Well, he was being outboxed in the first round, and it seems like he's having a lot more success when really he's just trying to grind out his opponent here. Still a lot of time left. 2 more rounds after this one, and a minute 10 remaining in the 4th.
Yeah.
More hugging than punching so far in the 4th frame. 1 minute left. Tate pushing back into the clinch. Each guy seems gassed.
Right.
Chase Demoore, biggest opportunity of his lifetime. Catapulting himself to superstardom with a highlight over the Cobra.
And here Tate's got to watch out for the right hand. Is the main shot he's got to watch out for. But you see Tate trying to wrestle, and Chase is really making it difficult for him in there, pushing him off.
Chase still like the fresher fighter.
Yes.
Demoore clinching up with the kickboxer. Tate wearing on him. 30 to go in round 4. Tate has not thrown a significant strike in quite some time. A takedown attempt from Andrew Tate.
You can see that leg itching on Andrew Tate. Maybe I'll just fire a head kick real quick.
Couple knees to the body, maybe. Crowd is booing, not getting the result that they want. Demoore, nice connection inside. Chase Demoore, ending the 4th with some fury.
Good round 4 for Chase Demoore.
Back-to-back solid rounds for the champion as we come to the final stretch of this Misfits Mania main event. Riley Osborne, your assessment on both guys.
It's going to be very easy to call this 2-2. It's going to be who wants it more, who digs deeper. Andrew Tate has had no ability to enact his will in the second half of this fight. He needs to get the space. He needs to be able to get back to utilizing his boxing ability, because right now he's being smothered. And in the moments that he's not being smothered, Chase Demoore's outworking him. Big right hand there, lands clean, but Chase eats it well. He's showing great durability. That was a big question. How was the weight cut going to affect his durability? So far, he's showed not much.
I'm not sure if I'd get that last round to Chase tonight. It was a close round for sure. I'm not sure. He was busy, but he didn't really land much clean. He survived that jabbing that right hand. Tate landed a big right hand. It was a close round. I think him to buy that round might have went to Andrew Tate.
Chase Demoore, obviously the much younger fighter. Andrew Tate, 39 years of age, hasn't fought in 5 years, possibly showing that age.
Demoore again clinching, peppering all the dimensions of Andrew Tate. Crowd continuing their disappointment. Demoore trying to look for a big shot here.
The referee's really letting Demoore kind of push and shove in there. I'm a little surprised how physical he's letting it get. Big advantage for Chase.
That's a good point, BJ.
Yeah, and referee normally doesn't let that happen.
Nice shot inside from Demoore. Tate clinches up. All the trash talk from Chase Demoore trying to get into the head of the Cobra. Now they're going toe-to-toe in the 5th.
Holding him down there. Still a 220-pound body on top of him. Big right hand. It's over. Wow,
Tate looks wobbled.
Yeah, he got hurt right there with that right uppercut. That was a tough shot.
Chase Demoore trying to put him away. The Cobra has never been the king of the jungle. 2 minutes for the champion to work.
Huge shot
clean
there.
uppercut landed. He swarms him, but he's not able to find the second shot that he needs against such an experienced fighter. Andrew Tate able to weather the storm.
Tied him up nice there, Riley. He used some smart veteran tactics because he was definitely hurt.
Again, Chase goes for the uppercut. Tate avoids. Andrew Tate, good recoverability on display. But the champion clearly fresher, Riley.
So much time to work, a minute and a half left in the fifth round. He lands again.
Chase Demoore unloading. 90 seconds to go in the fifth.
The legs are locked on Andrew Tate. The fatigue is so clear. Huge cut over the right eye of Andrew Tate.
Top G is lacerated as Demoore continues the offense. Look at Chase Demoore eyeing down Tate.
The confidence is growing for Chase Demoore.
Who could have predicted that Chase Demoore would bloody up the top G like this? Big uppercut. What does Andrew Tate have left?
And he's down. Let's see what the referee will decide here.
It was a push. Yeah, it wasn't a punch. But still,
Demoore right in front of him continues to strike. Tate eating shot after shot, trying to escape.
This could be the beginning of the end.
49 seconds. Demoore has nothing but time. Pounding away.
Andrew returning nothing. He needs to defend himself. If Chase Demoore just got a bit of space, he'd be able to finish this.
Tate trying to clinch for desperation, trying to stay alive. Demoore stalking his prey, laying on him, putting all that weight on him.
The fatigue of Andrew Tate is so clearly on display. He has no power left in his punches. He has nothing left.
The blood flowing from the top G. Final 10 seconds of round number 5. Demoore selling out with the right hand. Andrew surviving.
If Demoore just fired even one shot to the body.
Big blow from the champion. Andrew Tate survives, but barely, Riley.
The fifth round was all Chase Demoore. The second half of this fight has clearly gone to Chase Demoore. Andrew Tate needs something big, but does he have it left? In the corner, we see a dejected Andrew Tate.
BJ, walk me through this.
big right uppercut by Chase, a lead uppercut. And you know, as a veteran, you can't walk into a shot like that. Absolutely not. It's too easy to see. And, you know, Andrew Tate's simply fatigued, and he wasn't able to get out of the way of it. Too much weight. Beautiful shot by Chase. Around the Chase Demoore clearly dominated in round 5. I gave him rounds for sure, rounds 3 and 5. 1, 2, and 4 could be close.
3 minutes remain in our heavyweight championship main event. Chase Demoore nearly had Andrew Tate out of there. The Cobra will have one more round to try and produce a comeback. But this is not at all what the world expected from Chase Demoore.
Andrew Tate rises from his corner, literally fatigued. Does he have enough left for the final round?
Demoore again wearing on him immediately, trying to erase the break that Tate just had.
The grinding determination of Chase Demoore is suffocating. He has been all over him for round after round after round, and he is still here in his face.
Nobody believed Demoore but himself, and that's the only person's opinion who mattered. 2:30 on the clock. Demoore jumps in again.
If I'm Andrew Tate here, I'm going to put my hands up and try to walk to him a little bit instead of just trying to fight him off the back leg. Put my hands up, walk to him, and push him around and push him back instead of letting him bully me.
It seems like he just doesn't have the strength left in his arms. The fatigue is built up. The pop is gone from his punches, and he eats a clean uppercut, and another, and another.
Tate might be done. Chase Demoore clinching with the challenger. The Cobra just trying to survive here.
It's in bad shape here, boys. Don't fall in. You got to taunt, feint, take a step back. Put your hands up, walk forward instead of just coming in with your hands down like that. In a fight like this, it makes a big difference.
1:50 on the clock. Chase Demoore overperforming. Andrew Tate struggling. There's a few shots from the Cobra.
Put your hands up and walk forward. Let Chase shoot his one shot, or vice versa. You know, let Andrew Tate walk in, shoot that one shot, and Chase got to put his hands up and counter him twice. Big ping.
Demoore looking for the uppercut again.
Ooh,
Goes for the right. Tate somehow still here. Another first shot from Demoore.
And if Tate had his hands up, a lot of those shots wouldn't get through, I promise you. Now the reflexes have slowed down a little bit, so it's time to, let your hands be a little more defensive.
We talked about the translation from kickboxing to boxing Riley, and the bad habits of Tate presenting himself.
But we've also talked about an 80-fight career, a 39-year-old man. Does he have the ability to reinvent himself so late in his career? And the answer is clearly no. If he's never fought with the high guard, if he's always fought this way, in the last moment of this round, he's not going to somehow summon those skills.
Meanwhile, Chase Demoore, for the last several years, has only been dedicated to boxing. And yes, he is quite flawed, but clearly way better here in this ring.
You see Tate looking for the one shot of Chase Demoore and kind of sliding off to the side and looking to land a counter. I thought Chase would have a little more control around 6 here based on how the fatigue of Andrew Tate in the last round, but he hasn't really been able to pull away in this round.
Final 30 seconds of our main event. Andrew Tate trying to produce a miracle.
Wrestling him around there. Referee's letting that go on.
Final 20. Can Demoore find another uppercut? Can Tate?
And he does! Huge uppercut lands clean, but Andrew Tate somehow wears it.
Tate's got an iron chin. You can give him that.
Great chin by Andrew Tate.
Final 10 seconds. Chase Demoore. Boom. Bringing it to the top G.
Incredible grit and determination from both of these fighters.
What a performance from Chase Demoore. Nobody thought that he would survive a round with Andrew Tate, let alone take on the deep waters.
Wow, what a fantastic performance. The first 2 rounds, it was all Andrew Tate. But Chase Demoore found where he could have success, took the fight where he needed it to be, and kept it there for the last 4 rounds, making this an incredibly close fight. A tough decision to call.
Yeah.
We'll go to the judges and see who wins.
Definitely made it difficult, but at the same time, I would have liked to see Chase, instead of just pushing, land some clean shots on the inside, instead of just, pushing and pushing and pushing. Good performance by Chase as far as making the fight close, but I feel like, technique-wise, he's got a lot more than Tate.
Completely. There's some bad habits that have crystallized for Chase Demoore.
Yes.
Separating and finding space has never been a strong suit of his, but to be honest, it worked out in some way, shape, or form because he was wearing on Tate all fight long, sapping the energy from the Cobra and delivering some venom of his own. What an unprecedented performance from Chase Demoore. If you didn't know, now you know. But again, close fight, right? Tate controlled the early frames. Demoore took over big in the late frames.
Tate for sure won the first 2 rounds. So if you gave him one of the other 4 rounds, it's going to be a draw in my opinion. So, look, Chase was very game. He was aggressive. And, the ref really let him fight in there. So they really pushed around a lot, and that was an advantage for Chase Demoore because he's a lot bigger guy.
For those that thought there was maybe some predetermined nature to this, you got your answer in full fashion through 6 rounds of heavyweight boxing in the crossover sets. It is 3:33 a.m. local time here in Dubai. Andrew Tate, Chase Demoore have gone the distance, the top G, lacerated, bruised, but it's a return after 5 years away. All right, I do believe that we have the scores tallied, the official decision cooked up. So let's find out who wins this main event. It's us.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 6 rounds of boxing, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge George Milkey scores the bout 57-57 even. Judge Baescalan Sandijk scores the bout 58-56. Judge Gary Kitanowski scores the bout 58-56. And your winner by majority decision. And still, the Misfits Boxing Heavyweight Champion of the World, Chase the God Demoore!
Andrew Tate did not need to take this fight and come back after a 5-year layoff from combat sports, and now he's just been beaten by Chase Demoore. controlled the first 2 rounds. Looked good, but the size, the strength,